Hey guys, Blade here, and today's video is only for the Titans, and this is about the exotic roles that you should be chasing in Edge of Fate. So let's talk about the helmets first. So the first one, I think, which is more important for the next seasons, are Cadmus Rich Landscape, Lowly Splendor, Capri's Horn, and Precious Scars. I think these four are going to be really solid. These two for solar, and this one, Precious Scar, is for arc and stasis. And Cadmus Ridge Landscape, you can use it on stasis as well as Prismatic Titan. So first talk about Capri's Horn. So in Edge of Fate, you know that mobility is going to be a really solid role for the weapons damage. So on this helmet, I think you should be chasing maximum recovery for your class ability energy and mobility for the weapons. So the gameplay loop with this exotic helmet is all about spamming your class ability. So I think 100 recovery, using 100 recovery with maximum mobility and strength is best for this class item. Oh, sorry, this helmet. Next one is Precious Scars. On Precious Scars, I think you need maximum mobility with discipline and strength, because this is also a weapon focused exotic. So weapon final blows matching your super heals you. So this exotic is really solid for Arc Titan and Solar and the Stasis Titan. So you can get recovery on these three subclasses. So it is good to have maximum mobility on this helmet. The third one is Cadmus Rich Landscape. This exotic is about using your class ability and sitting behind it with weapons like Polaris Lance next season, or Revision Zero, or even the Deadman's Tale. I think are going to be really solid with this exotic. Or you can also use the new Scout Rifle with this exotic. It is really underrated but works really well in endgame. So try to have maximum mobility and recovery or discipline with this exotic. The fourth one is Lordly Splendor Helm. I will be using it with Tommy's matchbook. Try to get maximum recovery and mobility with it. Or you can also use discipline for the health or the grenades. But I think the best role you can get on this exotic is to have maximum mobility and as much recovery as possible. And Mask of the Quiet One, on this exotic, you need weapons damage and try to have 70. You need to keep 70 roll for discipline and strength and recovery, because this exotic is for neutral gameplay. It buffs your ability, recharge, uptime, and has really solid survivability. So I think this is one of the best exotic for Void Titan and Prismatic Titan. Let's talk about the strongholds. I think that this is all about sword damage and resilience. So you need maximum mobility on strongholds. With Berserker, you should have more strength with it, like maximum strength and maximum mobility on strongholds. And Ashen Wake, we may see some use. I don't know, maybe it gets better with the new discipline changes. So try to have as much discipline as possible on this exotic. So, or you can choose mobility and discipline gunner mods in Edge of Fate to increase maximum discipline and maximum mobility. The second chance, I don't know, maybe with Monte Carlo it will be good, because shield throw melee on Titan is getting buffs. So try to have 100 strength on it, or maybe 200 strength. I don't think 30% more damage matters that much on this melee setup, so I think 100 strength is enough with maximum mobility. For Void Titan and Prismatic Titan, this is going to be good exotic. And Point Contact Cannon Brace, I think Thunderclap is going to be the next consecration maybe for the Titans, but Point Contact Cannon Brace with the melee changes and 30% more damage and more melee uptime is absolutely going to be better than the insurmountable Skull Fort. So try to have 200 strength with this exotic, and I think it is better on Prismatic, but you can also use it on Arc Titan. Next we have Worm God Caress. This is melee exotic, so obviously you need strength as much as possible. And then Wishful Ignorance, I might be using a lot on Strength Titan. You need on it maximum strength, discipline then, and then mobility for this exotic. Stronghold, I already have the role because I need to have it, so I will be using Stronghold build for the Edge of Fate campaign. Icefall for the Behemoth, you need recovery, discipline, and intellect for this specific build to have more grenades, more class ability uptime, or you can also use 200 class ability like 200 recovery for frost armor as well as overshield when you use your use your class ability on Stasis Titan. I think this exotic is solid. I already posted a video for the build for Edge of Fate. Next we have chest pieces here. The Curse of the Falling Star is missing. You obviously need maximum strength for it. But the next season Crest of Alpha Lupi is getting buffed, but I know most of us are not going to use it. But still it is a solid option for Arc Titan and I think Void Titan too. So try to have maximum mobility and recovery on this one. Heart of Inmost Light, you need 70 strength, 70 recovery, and as much discipline as possible for this exotic setup. Then we have Actium Warwick. This is getting so many buffs next season. It is going to be providing more ammo generation and also the damage for the auto rifles and heavy machine guns. So try to have maximum mobility on this one and then recovery, and I think it is going to be really solid for Strand Titan or the Void Titan 2. There are I think 3 builds with it. The first one is Void, Solar, and the Strand one. You can also use it on Arc Titan if you want with Thunderlord or Grand Overture, but these 3 are the best one for this exotic next season. Then we have Armamentarium. We are going to use Grenadier from the next expansion. So try to have maximum discipline and mobility for this build. You don't need anything else with this build. You just need maximum discipline because it is all about grenades. So on Arc Titan with Buried Bloodline, it is going to be so much better with Devour and ability energy from Ionic Traces. This is going to be one of the best Arc exotics, or maybe with Offensive Bulwark on Void Titan. We have some crazy regeneration on grenades. Next up we have Hazardous Propulsion. This exotic is all about using your class ability energy and rocket damage. So you need mobility, maximum mobility, and try to have 70 recovery at least, but mobility should be focus of this build to have more ammo and also more damage for the rockets and your sidearms. And with the new exotic Oh, sorry, the new pulse rifle. I think this exotic is going to be really solid because it is also a rocket frame. So I think it should buff this pulse rifle damage too, as it also buffs now the damage of rocket sidearms. So this is a solid choice for the next season. So try to have maximum mobility with its setup with 70 or 100 recovery. And then we have Flag Exotic. Ambient Leap is, I think, going to be one of the best armors for the next season, both on Prismatic Titan and Strand Titan. I think it is broken with World Line 0. And on Berserker, you can also use Parasite or Eyes of Tomorrow for Solar and Suspend combos next season. So try to have as much recovery as possible on this exotic. And then we have MK44 Standardites. They are getting buffed next season. So try to have maximum strength and then recovery to recharge your melee from Storm's Keep. You need to use Storm's Keep aspect and Juggernaut aspect from Arc Titan. So I think you need maximum strength and then recovery on this exotic to have a nice gameplay loop. And then we have Path of Burning Steps. You need maximum strength and mobility, or you can also use Discipline for this exotic, as it is going to be one of the best exotic for Polaris lands, Parasite, Dragon's Breath, and maybe we can use some Lament with this boots. Peacekeepers with Taraba is going to be really solid. I love this exotic. So the next season we have Solar SMGs, two of them, the Parabellum and Taraba. So these are going to be really good. Try to have maximum mobility, and the other stats are your choice for this exact build. And then we have the class items. You already have all of them, so I will post the build videos later with these. Let's talk about the primary weapons. I think these are some of the best primary weapons next season, but I know you are going to use the new rocket assisted pulse rifle. So but still, the Hungary and Blast Furnace for the Barrier Champions, these two are really solid choice for next season. And then we have Indebted Kindness here on this slot. This shotgun with Discord and Harmony is good for the Ambient Leap combo, or maybe we see some no backup plans. And Parabellum is SMG for Peacekeeper build. Rapid precision hits are going to give us grant us Radiant. So I think Parabellum with Rewind rounds and Deconstruct will be solid for Peacekeepers. And then we have Aberrant Action, always a best sidearm for hazardous propulsion. And this legendary Ock Rifle, we have Onslaught and Subsistence. It may be really solid with Actium Warwick changes, so try to get this roll from the Lost Sectors. And on our heavy machine guns, we have Speciologist and this Hammerhead. I think these two machine guns are going to be real solid with Actium Warwick, because this is the only machine gun in the game which has Rampage and Killing Tally, which are double damage perks. So try to get it from Into the Light Onslaught playlist. It is really easy to get now, so try to have it. And then we have Thorn Cleaver for the Stronghold builds. Abyssal Edge next season is also Strand, so I will be using it a lot for my Stronghold builds. This sword can also get Incandescent and Chain Reaction, so I may use this one too, because the Chain Reaction is getting buffed for the swords. It is going to deal a good amount of damage. So we will see how it works in the next expansion, Apex Predator. You can watch the solo farm guide on the Last Wish raid, so you can also farm it right now. I think it is one of the best rockets in the game. So this is it, and the first build I'm going to be using the most for the next expansion is going to be this one with Caprice Horn. I really want to try it, how it works. I have maximum recovery with it and try to get more mobility, and I am also using font mods for 50 or 60 mobility. I think next season it is going to give me 40 mobility, so I can keep up the ammo for my Lord of Wolves. And this is it for today's video. So let's see you in the next video, Titans. I have already made a video on exotic weapons, so you can also watch it. It is also for the Titans only. So that's it. There is nothing else to do in the game. I will post maybe a Grandmaster or Lost Sector video for the Consecration Titan. I have not posted a single video, I think, this season with Inmost Lies and Syntheseps. So I will post one last video with this specific role because it is getting nerfed next season. So have a nice day, Titans.